Hello, now that you have seen how to use the Kantoniko website, let me show you how can you help with the website, with the content of the website. Specifically, let me show how you can help with the translation of a single word. And let me share the screen I have here. Okay. So what you can see is the Kantoniko website, and let's say you looked for words, and one of the words that you looked for was the word casa. And you notice here that it has the Ladino word, of course. It has English, Hebrew, modern Spanish, and Turkish translation, but it doesn't have French. And let's say you know how to say casa, home, in French. So what can you do? Well, you visit the word actually. So click on the link of the word, and then we will see here an at. A pen or something like this. Okay, so you see something here that will allow you to get to the place where you're going to edit the file. Now, before you do that, first time you will have to register on this website. So let me show you this website. This is the GitHub website where all the content of Kantoniko can be found. So if you don't have an account here, you visit the website github.com, and then in the top right corner there is a button sign up, and if you already have an account but you haven't logged in, then there was the other button. So you click here, it will show you some form where you type in your email, you continue, you'll have to select the username, you'll have to select the password and a couple of things, just like every other website. It will ask you all kind of questions probably of what are you going to use it for. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you can skip that whole thing. That doesn't really matter. Then once you have created an account, you need to come in again and sign in. Okay, so you click here and you type in your username and password and you get logged in. And you need to do this once, and you have to be logged in order to do all the rest that I'm going to show you. So back to the Kantoniko website, where you can see there is this piece of paper and a pen or pencil or whatever it is. So you can click on it just directly, or you can click on with Control. You press the Control button in the keyboard and click on the mouse. The only advantage of doing this second thing is that it will then, in this case, it will open in a separate tab. So if I just click on it, then this page is replaced with the one that we need. Now, if I go back and instead of that, click on Control and the mouse, then you can see that it opened a new place. So it stayed here. So it's going to be easy to come back to the Kantoniko website, but it already also opened the page where you need to edit the file. So we arrive to the GitHub website, and specifically to the page that contains the information about the word casa. And in here, you can see that in this file has some generic information. So there's the grammar is currently not available. We haven't added what is the grammar type, whether it's a noun or a verb or whatever. So if you know, and I think casa would be a noun, then you could replace that as well. The ID is not really important. I think I'm going to remove that. That was the original ID from the original file that we received from the Ladino community. And I think we can remove that. We can already, if we need to find the original entry, we will be able to do that. This origin is not really important at this point. So what you here is that you have versions. So this is one version of the word, okay? And then this word has a second version. Now, what are versions? In this case, the version is the singular and the plural version of this word. So casa and casas. And then in this section, you will see that there's the Ladino word, there's gender and the number. So this is a singular. And then you can see here that the difference is that the gender is the same, but the number is plural here. And that's how we can differentiate between the two. And then here are the translations for the word casa in singular. And what you can see here is that English has two translations, or in English we have two translations. In Hebrew we have one translation. In Spanish, modern Spanish, we have one translation. So you can see this is the name of the language, and currently we have the names of the languages in English, and this is also in English. And so there's a slight mix, because you could see that this is already in Ladino. But most of the field names are still in English. So you can see that the field name is Spanish, and the value is a single value, so it comes right immediately after the semicolon. The colons here. But in case where we have multiple entries, then after the colon we add a new line, and then slightly indented, so below the third letter basically we have a dash, and then we have the word, and then another line, another dash, and another word. And French has two single quotes because it was left empty. In some other cases, maybe you don't even have the key French, and then you can add it. Okay, and here for the plural, we have the same, hopefully in correct way. So, and we arrived to this file. Now we would like to edit and add here the French word for house. So here at the top, okay, not exactly at the top here, so just above these lines, okay, we have another pencil. We click on that one, and you won't see this pencil if you arrived here without logging in to GitHub. Okay, so this is one of the things that you will see. There's also here, you can see your image if you edit or something, some icon like this. In the way I'm showing now, I'm logged in as a user called CM Demo, so I will be able to show you how to do it by any user who doesn't have the controlling rights on this system. So you click on this one, and then it changes the whole view, and now you can actually edit this one. So I come to this field, French, remove just this backspace. I just remove this two single quotes, and instead of that, I write in the French word that I don't know how to pronounce, but I looked it up. Okay, so, and I don't even know what is the plural, so now I'm just going to go with the singular, and that's fine. I could, if I knew the plural, I could also already type in here. If I knew the Portuguese words, I can make multiple changes at the same time, but I can also do one a single change. Okay, so this is what I did, and I will scroll down, and here there is some place to write some explanation of what did you do. That doesn't really matter. It's obvious what you did. The changes in this case is going to be obvious. So you click on propose changes. Okay, it takes a couple of seconds. Then there are a couple of steps here. Then you need to create a pull request. So basically, this is sending this second one, sending me a notification that there are some changes. Please integrate them into the actual system, because okay, and here you have to click a button that has the same thing, create pull request again. So here it just offers you again to type in some explanation in case you would like. So you clicked on this one, and that's it. Okay, so the reason we have these several steps here is that it will make sure that not any random person can make any random changes. Okay, so people who are interested can come here, can basically recommend some change, and then I can go and decide whether that change is correct or not correct. Okay, and so, and then I have to approve it. Either I myself, or there might be other people who will later maybe help me. And that's it. So this is basically what you did. Now you can close this tab. You don't need it anymore. Okay. And we are back to the Kantoniko website, and now you can go to the home page and write in some other word. Okay, this is not updated yet. Okay, I still have to accept it, and then the system needs to generate the website again. It will take some time, obviously, but now you can go and find, I don't know, gente. Okay, so let's see this. This doesn't have the French, not the Hebrew, not the Portuguese. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Gente. So I went here, and you can see that it's missing a couple of these translations. I click on this button. Again, I forgot to press the control, so it's replaced the page. So I go back now, and I press the control button on my keyboard and click on this drawing, and now it opened a new window. And here what you will, and that's why I wanted to show this one. Here there is the French keyword and the single quotes, but there is no Hebrew keyword. For Casa, there was already Hebrew keyword. So as you see, some languages, specifically Hebrew, is usually missing because it was added later. But it might be missing, but I can come here and add the keyword as well. Okay, so let me do this changes as well. I click this button again. I don't know the French word, but now I can add the Hebrew. So I pressed enter and I say Hebrew, the colon, and then I switch to the Hebrew keyword and type in, well, I don't really, okay, anashim. So I'm not really sure that's correct way, because as far as I know, it might be incorrect here. The genta is singular, but in Hebrew that would be anashim, so it's in plural. I don't know. Someone will help with this. Okay, so for now, just I showed you that if the keyword, language keyword, is missing, you can add it and then type in the word that you need. So now I'm going to propose this change. Again, create pull request, scroll down, create pull request again, and I'm done with it. Okay, I can close it, and I can come here and start looking for other thing to translate. So that's it for translating a single word to one or multiple languages. Later on in a different video, I'm going to show you how you can translate an example or some other thing in Kantoniko. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.